What's happening, beautiful souls? Amanda here with your weekly Embrace the Human Experience video. And this video is what we will be talking about in tomorrow's virtual class, which literally just add yourself into the Zoom room and you'll be there. It's part of the Zendead membership. Okay, so I want to talk about energy, frequency, and vibration. So everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. We know this. We used to believe that atoms were the smallest thing, and now we know that photons are the smallest thing. And we have the ability to divide photons, and we have the ability to watch photons, and divided photons, can be across the world and still respond exactly in time with each other because they're connected per something which I call the ether. There's energy, air, what's the space in between. The people that I study and follow, ether is it's the intangible thing from our five senses that we acknowledge, but there is definitely something there. So energy, frequency, and vibration. So with everything being energy, energy is measured in frequency and vibration. Frequency is how often it happens, and vibration is how fast it's happening. So if you hang out with me in any amount of time, you'll hear me say things like raise your vibe. And all that truly means is your cells are vibrating because they're moving and like they just are. And when they are vibrating slowly, yeah, you don't necessarily feel so good. This is where emotions like sadness and grief, hatred, fear, anger are low vibrating thing. Well, anger is not technically a low vibrator, but we'll get there. So you got these low vibrating things. And love is a higher vibration, which just means the cells are moving faster. And in this vibration, the cells that are moving slower are actually more closed off and darker in color, like actually darker in color. And if you know anything about cells, awesome. So you're going to know this. If you don't know anything about cells, cells have a membrane that have little receptors on them. And if a cell is all dark and shrunken off, those receptors can't do their job. And their job is to go out there and get nutrients and water and pull it in while opening up channels to allow carbon dioxide and waste to get out of the cell. So these receptors are pretty important. We want them in full capacity. So a low vibrating cell is going to be dark and it's going to be shrunken off, and it's actually going to give off an acidic ash as well. Another lesson. And higher vibrating cells are brighter and they're more open, and the receptors can do their job. So with everything coming in vibration, and just think about, we have our five senses that we acknowledge, and our cells speak in other senses, and light and sound communicate with cells extremely well. Then there are light frequencies and sound frequencies, vibrations that we can use to actually activate healing within our body. We also have emotions that have a vibrational scale of where they range, and I mentioned that before. So depression is a heavy energy, a heavy vibration, a low vibration, shrinking the cells, making it harder for the cells to do their job, which is obvious if you've ever had any sorts of bouts of depression or gone through that. Like, it's harder to do everything because the cells are literally moving slower, and it's like they almost need a jump start to get going. So in everything that I talk about and Embrace the Human Experience will pertain to cellular health. And this is why we have 50 trillion-ish cells. They don't even know how many we have. Somewhere between 40 and 80 trillion cells About half of them are human, about half of them are bacteria, fungi, some viruses are thrown in there too. So about 40 trillion cells. And our cells are essentially tiny little universes in themselves, or tiny little humans within themselves. So if you go all the way down to the cellular level, and we have been studying these cells like mad for a very, 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 very long time, and this information has been suppressed. So this is not new information. This is suppressed information that the medical world can no longer hide because there's too much evidence and people just are seeking alternatives, really. So our cells, if you go all the way down to the cells, like, they are like tiny little humans. They reproduce, they have brains, they have skin, they have digestive systems, they have nervous systems. Like, everything is happening within the cell. In addition with that, we have been told our whole lives that we have good genes, we have bad genes, DNA is activated. But here's what's happening. A cell has a membrane that has receptors. These receptors respond to the environment and communicate into the cell and tell the DNA what to trigger. So to say that you're a victim to your genes is a bunch of shit, because the environment literally tells the cell what it needs and what to do. So if the environment is full of piss poor thoughts and no nutrients and is dehydrated and has poison in it, what do you think is being communicated to the cell and to the DNA? Now flip that. If a cell is living in an environment that is properly hydrated and has nutrients and has someone who is managing their emotions and working through and acknowledging these lower vibrations and finding a way to help those cells seek a higher vibration through movement or thought patterns or environments of the humans that they're around, like, what is going to be triggered within that? We know that people who think healthy thoughts while they are sick get healthy faster. So in addition to that, people who think healthy thoughts or seek pleasure and joy literally are healthier human beings. So you want to contribute to humanity, and how do you make humanity better and the world a better place? Be the best version of you, and that is no joke. If a human body is sick, we need to do cellular healing to help it recover. Humanity is sick. We need to heal the humans. So instead of worrying about everything that's going outside of you that is outside of your control, we need to center it in and focus on energy, frequency, and vibration, because those are very tangible, measurable things, and we can use those things to actually raise the vibration of our body. And if we raise the vibration of our body, we actually raise the vibration of humanity. Like, that is how simple and powerful we are. So cellular health is what we're going to be focused on, and vibration, and understanding that everything is vibration. The foods you eat carry a vibration. Everything you drink carries a vibration. The shows you watch, the thoughts you think, the humans you're around, the reaction you have when you're around humans, emotions, the books you read, the movement that you have, all of these things carry a vibration and contribute to your overall well-being. So what can we do for the best cellular health is really what we're focused on. So a couple minutes over 7, but energy, frequency, and vibration, and we will dive even further into this, and you can ask me all sorts of questions, because super fun topic and I love talking about it. So see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. On the call.